I failed. I failed the transition. Yes. I was running late today. You might be able to hear in the background. My wife is currently making me a coffee because I ran out of time. Coffee takes roughly 6 minutes to brew, and I know that because I set my alarm 6 minutes earlier in the morning to brew said coffee. And I realized at 4:55 that I was about to go live. I'm going to minimize this because it's kind of annoying. Let me know how the music goes, guys. It's a bit of a different one. G'day everyone. Let's go to the top. G'day G-Snap. Always there with the first comment. G-Snap, sorry, I haven't I haven't got that flower horn out of the IBC. I will. I promised I will, and I'm gonna do it, and it's gonna be a video. G'day Sandy, g'day Craig, g'day Amateur Aquatics, g'day BJ, g'day Chevy, how are you? G'day Maddie. I noticed Maddie's back a bit. He was gone for a while there. I was gone, he was gone. Who was really gone? First class fish, how are you? I feel like a few of these people have come over from Craig's live stream, which is pretty cool. I really do appreciate the effort Craig puts into my channel. Ooh, that feels really, really hot. Boost Cats, how are you? G'day, John from the middle of nowhere. He didn't write. Yeah, he did write from the middle of nowhere. How did I know? Oh, Jesse B is in town. Jesse B is hooked on fish, if you don't know. I hope nobody gets bothered that I don't go for first name basis with the subscribers. I know some of the, like, you guys watch other streamers, and I noticed that, and like when you say hi in the chats, there's some first name basis on there. I'm just shit with names, so it's easier to remember your screen name than it is to remember first name basis. G'day GRB, how are you? Bit of a chat going before we even start. Love the Mrs. shirt. Babe, what shirt are you wearing? I don't know. She's gone. She gone. So a bit comical. I don't know. Well, it's not comical, but I feel like every live stream there's another illness to report. My son's currently got gastro. So far, me and the misso have been able to steer clear of it. I feel like there might be some gastro strains that only really affect like small immune systems. Is that a thing? I hope so, because I don't want to get sick. What's the topic for tonight? Fish. We can talk about whatever you like. She wasn't wearing a shirt. G'day Collaboration, how are you? Do you know what's funny? Can I show you guys my background? So, wrong screen. Let me pick the. There we go. So, this is the background. My background on my computer screen disappeared. Have you ever had that? I think what might have happened is I might have accidentally deleted the root file of the picture, and then my missus put this as the picture on my background on my computer. If you don't know, I took that fish for a walk. I've still got that guy. So check this out. You wouldn't actually believe it. I took a photo of him like literally a couple of days ago. I need to transition back to me. You guys love the mobile phone to the camera, don't you? That's the same fish. He doesn't even look like the same fish. He's gone pale. I don't know if it's because he's old, but like he's changed shape heaps, and be interesting. I wish I still had that same tank, and I could put him back in it to do a size comparison. But he's a big fish, but he constantly gets chased around by who chases him? The Texas cross. And there's one more fish that chases him. I can't remember which one. Anyway, oh, and also he gets fed on cat food, so like that's no color enhancing food. Who has a bad headache? I want to change my aquarium name. Does that mean you want to change your name on YouTube to aquarium related name? G'day John, welcome from Melbourne. Your name doesn't seem familiar. Is this your first live stream? I'm sorry I didn't post this week, guys. I went to the gym, which is a big deal because I hadn't been for so long. And then the young fella got sick midweek and I don't know. The worst thing is I've even got the videos. Bloody silly boy. Todd. John, you lost me. Are you trying to work out how to change my name on YouTube? Oh, you want to change your name to Todd River Aquatics? You can do it, because I considered doing it. I was going to change it to Rumble's Adventures instead of Rumble's Fish Room, but I don't know. I'm in two minds. So, do you remember like last year there was like a 3-month window where I didn't post? Maybe it was that long, maybe it was longer. In that window, I actually considered getting rid of all the fish, and in that I was considering changing the channel's name to Rumble's Adventures, and still vlogging, but bringing it more to a family / getaway vlog. Obviously, if I dumped fish keeping, I would have to have another major hobby to replace it. Well, I do. I've got cars. Anyway, but I don't know. I think I just don't want to rebrand it. Oh, and what happened? I'm pretty sure I told you on last week's live stream, but basically, I bred that flower horn pair not really intentionally. The F3 Magma cross pair, I didn't really breed them intentionally. I just threw them in a tank and they didn't kill each other, and then I got fry, and it was like as soon as I got the fry it flicked that switch and I wanted to breed again. The only problem with how complacent I was I actually lost that girl because I didn't separate them after they bred. If you ever breed flower horns, always separate the pair after they bred. I don't care if they got along for 3 months and lived in a tank together. When that female's guarding eggs, she will kill the male, or vice versa. Basically, the female will start attacking the male, and then the male might kill the girl because he's threatened by the female. But either way, it's a separating thing. Jesse might have bought a fish that I suggested to buy. I'm getting some interesting new fish next week. I've got no idea what they're going to look like. They were cheap as chips. I don't know how to find... Damn, it's got... Oh, you just have to take my word for it. See, it says thanks, Toll. Someone's sending me fish via Toll. I don't know how well it's going to go. They were cheap as chips. I don't know how the fish are even going to help me out. They are a hybrid fish, but they are the culls from the person's cross. But I'm not going to tell you what they are yet. And I won't tell you what they are because chances are they'll arrive dead, and if they arrive dead, I won't post about it. I'm not going to do a video of... Nah, I don't know. Nah, I probably wouldn't do a video of them arriving dead. GRB, nah, I'm not in PCS. Technically, it was a bit cheeky. So, technically, even when I was in the in the committee, I wasn't actually a member. I wasn't a paid member anyway. And yeah, when I left the committee, I didn't renew my membership. I don't really know what's going on with PCS. I did hear through the windpipes that a couple of the committee left and it might be the end of it, which is super sad. But COVID just ruined everything, really, didn't it? Have you seen like the Twitter files about like, oh man, it's bad. It's literally about the media hyping coronavirus even though it wasn't that bad. If you've watched Craig's channel and not seen him clean, you need an optometrist. First class fish, But does that mean like... I've only caught a couple of live streams to Craig's. I never really catch the ones where he's full on in them. The ones that I've caught lately are always like the breeding of the fish, the whiptails hatching and shit. So I haven't actually caught him cleaning tanks. Oh, John's business name is Todd River Aquatics. Correction. Oh, I understand the cleaning thing now. I see the previous comments. I actually might be getting some pure Viha. And my plan, if I get pures, is to breed pures. Which might be exciting. Yeah, Todd River Aquatics, that's going to be confusing. You're going to have to write, hey, it's Todd from the middle of nowhere, so I remember. That's cool. John's gone forever. Welcome Todd to the stream, the new member of the channel. John's lost in the desert. Can we just have a moment's silence for John now that he's gone? Alright, that's enough moments. Man, I will say, but Todd River Aquatics, those are some really nice super red. Are they super red bristlenose or are they just red bristlenose? What's the name? I know like the red bristlenose have been a hot topic on the live streams as of late. And here's a kicking goals, I reckon. Do you reckon there's anything cool on Gumtree? Should we go for a bit of a wander? Alright, if we open that there. I feel like we haven't done a Gumtree wander for a while. Let me click the woods. Alright. Transition. I remembered to transition, guys. So if you don't know, I used to do this. I don't... No, not pets. Pet. I used to go to fish, and I used to just... You can look. It literally says super red. We can search. I didn't really want Australia, did I? Within 10 kilometres of Western Australia. Sailfin Pecos, I kind of miss having one, but there's nowhere for me to have one. There was a free fish tank. It was a 6x2x2 with a FX6 on a cabinet that needed a fresh paint job for free. And I messaged them, but I didn't get a reply. I might be up for a divorce if I come home with another fish tank too. I've still got that 5x2x2 sitting at work. My workmate asked me today if I had planned on moving it. The old blue bolts are here. I didn't mean to open it in a new window. Pretty game advertising these in WA. Doesn't look too bad. But then, like, look at the fryer there. A couple of the girls like that would be alright. Not that I've got any of these creatures. Let's see what the Super Reds are like here. It's quite funny because they look decent. They look good. Look, there's some shrimpets in this little box here too. Check out this goldfish in this tank. I need a little acrylic tank so we can rebuild the fish walking tank. Do you reckon we should comment now? Should we rebuild the fish walking tank? I was so upset when I smashed that. Man, is that a 15 litre tank? I think so. See that what I've come to realise is WA doesn't. There would be people with some like nice fire red cherries in WA, but they're not going to post about them because they're not legal here. It's quite a weird one, hey, how there's still people. Let me move this camera a bit because I'm struggling to read the comments. Todd's in the middle. Wow. You guys been going crazy in the comments. Give me 2 secs. I haven't tried the glass cleaner, Todd. John. I don't know. I literally said at the start of the stream is I only refer to channels as their names. Now I'm like, do I call you John or Todd? Yeah. Don't tell Blake about Todd. Blake will be listening, I guarantee it. Found Luke. Yeah, I think like you see some pretty seriously illegal fish on Gumtree, and I think people just don't know, hey. I breed my own reds, but they're... So, with the super red cherries, are they super reds? I can't remember. Not cherries, bristlenose. I don't know if it's 100% true, but from what I know, all the lines in Australia actually came from a fellow in WA. And if you've been in the game for a long time, you'll know who I'm talking about. Catfish breeder in Perth for the last 20 years. There's no mistaking it. Why is the Severum white? I haven't seen white Severums before. Is that... Oh, Craig made his own red catfish. Gumtree is our cat Craigslist. It's so bizarre. So like, we had Gumtree, and then Facebook Marketplace took over Gumtree, and then Facebook Marketplace shut down fish sales, and then I thought Gumtree would take back off, but it never did. So like, Facebook Marketplace took all the sales and then killed all the sales. I love Eliotti. Oh, I do have a question. Sorry, I just had to reply to somebody. I scored some cheap boots and he's just asking me if I definitely want them. Alright, so has anybody used one of these? And if you have, can you contact me? Because my friend's trying to set one up and I've read the instructions, he's read the instructions, and neither one of us can figure out how to do it. I need to fix the Stingray tank. I think with this high interest rate hike, there'd be definitely a good opportunity for me to get some female stingrays. There's a male there, 650. Kind of looks like a 50-50. Oh, that's your mate. That's interesting. The parents look a lot higher percentage than 50-50, but the young looks 50-50. It's the crazy thing about genetics, like that could be like a 70 or 80% BD, but it's a throwback of the lesser gene. Man, that boy I got him bloody cheap. A fellow subscriber, my boy's 83% and I paid less than that. It's pretty cool. But I do need some nicer girls for him, don't I? The problem is he's so bloody big. $3,000 for a 45cm black diamond. They're coming down hardcore in price, eh? Why does the ad say no longer available? Is it like they only deleted... Oh. Wouldn't mind some pistos. They look quite nice, eh? I think I've told you the story. Look, that's the end of all of the ads. Back in the day, you could scroll for like hours and not get to the end. G'day, Mex Carly. OnlyFins is going to be the new spot. Collaborations off to have some pizza. John got his colony from Sydney. Jesse plugging his website. I guess it's not really a plug if you don't say what website it is. I think favorite Episto, everyone. I was going to buy some the other day, like blue green opal, but I didn't. I don't know what my favorite is. Probably you can't go past the triple reds. Like the contrast between like the body and the bright red fins almost looks better than a complete red fish. Oh, sorry. If I got it, what am I doing? Dun, dun. Let's go back to how you're going. The electric device is a smart auto water change something. Auto aqua. But just the whole, it's got like days and hours, and like we just can't figure out how to set up the times. It's crazy. It's crazy. Hi George. Is George Aquaballs? I'm presuming so. Earlier in the stream I was saying how I don't bother trying to first name basis people. Like your screen name is the way I'll refer to you, because I don't really remember names except for John. John wins. But that's only because John's screen name was John for like 3 years or something, probably longer. John, how long have you been watching the channel? Oh, Craig, haven't you got your license? I was going to go live, but it's really late. Aquaballs, I'll subscribe right now. So then, if it's late for you, it might be. Oh look, it says that I'm live. I'll subscribe and turn on the bell and see if it gives me a bell. How do I turn on the bell? Notifications all. Let's see if you're live tomorrow morning. Gives me a notification. Because I've got a few people with the bell turned on and I just don't get a notification. I've been playing this bad boy. Alright, see if you can comment what game it is just from that screen. I've gone deep. So I'm guessing that means you stripped your betta. Do bettas, what do you mean? I'm confused. Oh, is that the wild betta that's got like the mouth brooding? Isn't there one? I think I was going to be like, I wanted to buy them and then saw how expensive they are and I didn't. PJ's back. Welcome back. Macrostoma. Matt. Is your spelling correct? I hope so. If I just look at that in Australia, there's 0 results. Dun, 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 dun. Minimum price. Dun, 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 dun. I can't even see any wild type betters on Gumtree Australia wide. I put the minimum price to $80 because I doubt you'd get a. What's API? Better API, is that the type of better that it is? $80 a pair, 3 pairs for $200. There's quite a few mouse breeder betters. Interesting. For some reason I thought there was like one. George, can we talk on Fishcord? What's Fishcord? Is that a Discord? Alright, so we need to Google this fish. What was it? Okay. Yeah, I remember these. $949 on livefish.com. $400 for a male. Call me on phone. How are the fry doing? Surprisingly not well. I don't know what it is. So the previous batch, I crumbled up DRP2 and they did really well. The next batch, I ran out of that food, so I bought some DRP1 and it's a bit harder than DRP2 and the fry don't seem to be surviving as well. So I've got another batch that's just hatched now. I'm just going to go back to live brine shrimp because yeah, live brine shrimp can't be beaten. Look, see, Blake is here. Oh, Blake's just bought something off Hooked on Fish. Hooked on Fish. I wonder what it could be. I guess we'll look together. Not sponsored, guys. What what's on here? I haven't been on this website for a long time. Oh, he's got Zons on there. I'm skeptical of whether these Zons in Australia are pure or not, but if 10 people call a cat a dog, it must be a dog, right? That's all I'm going to say on that subject. I haven't looked at African cichlids for a long time. Wow, I remember when Jesse first set this page up, there was like 3 fish on here. There's a flower horn link. It goes to nothing. I wonder what Blake ordered then. What did I miss in the comments? Is the Perth Pleco game still going? I'm not 100% sure, but I know that like 5-10 years ago, that sort of window, like Perth was the place to get Plecos. I also, as far as I'm aware, I think Perth has some of the better stingrays in Australia as well. Also something Jesse needs to update. Oh, Blake got the snip. 3 and done. I don't know. I've got Facebook on the computer. Maybe. Yeah, look, we do. If I just go mute tab so you guys don't have to hear that. I don't think I'm on the page. The problem is the camera's in the way of that top corner. There we go. I was on like some profile you had made. I'm tempted to buy some Xanos off you just to grow them out and make a bit of my own decision on whether they're real or not. Like slimping. A blue Oscar. Oscar's only... I haven't seen a blue one. BJ says that last bit was for Blake. I gathered that. Let's have a look. Blue. Doesn't look like there's much on Google about a blue Oscar. 15 minutes and drove home, that sounds alright. I wish somebody would breed mini stingrays. I remember a few years ago there was like a thing going around, people saying they had teacup stingrays. People were like complaining that their teacup stingrays grew to like 50 centimetres. Electric blue Oscar. I presume that's like a Jack Dempsey cross Oscar. Yeah. It's literally electric blue Jack Dempsey. Teacup anything's a big lie. I guess so. The mini lot rabbits aren't mini, they're still pretty good size. Oh, second surgery after riding a motorbike with the snip. Yep, sounds like the rules should be followed. Da 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 da. Potbelly pigs. Aren't like the miniature pigs also a lie? I remember seeing that somewhere around like one of my local community chats. There was a big hoo-ha about pigs. This new Todd guy is a pain. Sounds like a paramedic should know better. Craig's too little to kickstart his bike. Well, my bike doesn't even have a kickstart on it. What's the weather? Ah, 30s all weekend. We're not riding the bike this weekend. Give him a moment and he wants a minute. The only thing is, if you've got a green name, it shows that you're a paid member and supporting the channel. But now you'll have a blue name and nobody will know that you're even supporting the channel. Oh yeah, you still got the star next to your blue name. So you win this ground. Oh man, it's hot in here. One problem with moving my computer from the lounge room to the new computer room is the heat. I'm not sitting under the air conditioner anymore. Just wanted to take a moment to thank Australia for Margaret Robbie. I don't even know who that is. New mod, or should I say Maud? That's gold. Yeah, Amateur Aquatics, we just learnt that. You still have the members logo. Yeah, normally John's quiet in the corner, changes his name, and all of a sudden he's causing a ruckus in the comments. Start linking adult sites. I hope not. I hope not. Chief, our guard is about to run out. Nobody commented what game it was. I don't think. It's too far to scroll back. Should I start working on the Stingray tank tomorrow? Alright, so there's two massive hold-ups on the Stingray tank. One, it's really hard to get to. So I know it's going to be a nightmare to work on. And two, it's really hard to get to. So I know it's going to be a nightmare to film anything for a video. So yeah. What do you guys think about, I guess, so there's certain holes I want to plug up. I was thinking about just paper macheing them, and then the paper mache will set, and then I'll fiberglass over the paper mache. Or I just put, I guess I could use like the, what do you call it, like the gyprock tape. Jesse plays Clash of Clans. We're all going to end up in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, so the screen was Supercell. I guess technically that screen is valid for multiple games. Check this out. And you got to have the sound turned off. I've got the game zeroed out. Look how darty my base is. So I'm going to do a fully rushed base. I want to keep everything level 1 that I can. The only thing is I have to upgrade storages, and I'll probably upgrade the collectors. But yeah, I want to keep everything level 1 and just do it for lol. I'll swap. How do you go to photo mode? That's my actual base. It's nothing to brag too much about, but it's a slow game. It frustrates me how pay to play it is. Like, I refuse to spend money on it, and it's a grind if you don't spend money. Use the glass matting. Yeah, that's a good point. I could actually just use the proper glass tape you can buy. I should really scroll back on the comments a little bit. I asked a question and then didn't read the comments. All the cool fish. Mel wants goldfish. Goldfish are kind of cool. G'day George, how are you? Yes Todd, you have the little star. Hang the camera from a string. George is just lurking. John's getting bribes now. Is RB3 short for RB30? My helmet. A gator in their tub. What? Have a good sleep, George. When am I filling up your flower horns on your website? Well, I've got to stop culling them all to sell them. I had a thought the other day. And I was like, should I just cull all of my ZZ? Like, everyone, and only breed KZZ? But I can't. I have to keep the OG line going. The red magma line, red magma cross. I feel bad for getting rid of it, even though I know it's not the greatest line around and I can improve. But I've got a point to prove with that line and how good I can make it. George is American and wouldn't want to know what a dirty 30 is. It's so bizarre. So the RB30, that was only released in Australia and wasn't released in any Nissans. Is that the truth? I think so. It's so bizarre. Like, why would a company make a motor that they don't release in any of their own cars? Oh, hang on. Is it in the Patrol? I think it's in the Patrol. The secret history living in your aquarium. I always wonder. 31 Skyline. There you go. I was completely wrong. I always wonder, when you buy a second-hand tank, what fish used to be in that tank, what's been in it, who owned it. Thanks, George. Yeah, remember to hit that like button. I reckon, like, I would probably give up my Land Cruiser for a RB30 turbo short wheelbase GQ Patrol. Yeah, R33 at RB26 or I think some of them even had an RB20. I think that might be a 32, but I think trying to like make your own, improve your own cherry line is a great thing to do, because it takes a little bit less patience because they grow a lot quicker than some fish do. Like, if you want to improve a VHAL line, you're waiting like 18 months between generations. RB26 only in the GTR. Isn't it like a RB25DE or something? I don't know. I'm just reciting YouTubers now. I know my friend just bought an RB25 Neo and it was effing expensive. Who's the GRB's going fish shopping tomorrow? So one thing that I hate about working really hard on Flowerhorn lines is I don't get to go fish shopping as much anymore. I say that as I told you at the start of the stream that I've got new fish coming next week. But at the end of the day, the new fish coming is still to breed back into those Flowerhorn lines again. So, but if I want to breed camp for Flowerhorn, these are the sacrifices we have to make. Yeah. No idea what's being talked about. We were talking about Skylines and what motors are in them, and then we were talking about fish. Flowerhorns. I really want to breed camphor just because I've yet to see anybody successfully breed camphor in Australia, and there's people claiming it, but it's not true. And I don't even think people claiming it are purposely lying. I just think that people don't understand what a true camphor is. The problem is, right, you can breed 2 camphor and maybe like 1%, 2% of the fry will be camphor, but people think that you breed an electric yellow pair, you get electric yellow fry. But camphor Flowerhorn isn't a line of fish, it's a grade of fish. So it'd be more like breeding red cherry shrimp and the what are they called, like Suco or whatever, or we'll say the fire reds are ZZ and the Bloody Marys are camphor, and like you're breeding somewhere in the middle there and creating 1% of that higher grade. I've only in the last month, I reckon, really started to understand how to pick a camphor, and like I've been breeding Flowerhorns for like 5 years or something, and it's only just starting to make sense to me. So I definitely don't blame people for not understanding what a camphor really is. Maybe I need to do it. The reason I can't do a video, Jesse, is because I don't have a true camphor here to use as a representation of what a true camphor is. Sakura, that's what I was trying to say. Let's see some amazing Flowerhorns coming out this year, bro. I really hope so. I'm so excited about the fry I've got. Like I can't explain, like just the certain traits on both fish. The female is my best girl, and the male, he's not my best boy, but he's definitely just the tail, man. I've got a photo. It's pretty crappy. It's not of the whole fish. I was trying to get a photo of this guy, and then I couldn't get the photo of him, but afterwards I was trying to look at the photo and just like look how much of a nice big fan his tail is. He's almost got trailing fins. Like, he's a ZZ, she's a KZZ. See how her fins are shorter, but she doesn't have that fanning tail. So a Canfer, I can't remember the name of the fins, pretty shit fish keeper, but basically there should be no gaps in the fins. Now she's KZZ and you'll see there's quite big gaps. That's one of the reasons that I can't call her Canfer, is because she doesn't have the Canfer tail. But he's got a nice big tail, she's got a reasonable tail, and I think that his tail could bring another Canfer trait to the fry, and it'll bring me closer to the dream of owning Canfer. Did you do a video the first time you got a flower horn? I think I actually did a video about traits on flower horns years ago, and it's like, I feel like I still was like just more reciting information because I didn't fully understand it myself, whereas now I think if I did a detailed video talking about flower horn traits, I could actually put my money where my mouth is. Oh, I started a whole shrimp talking video. Yeah, so painted fire reds is the brightest, hey? And then they start to get darker. So if you look on a chart, a Bloody Mary is a higher grade than a painted fire red, but I think most people would prefer a painted fire red in their aquarium than a Bloody Mary. Is that safe to say? I didn't end up getting them, but I was going to get some Bloody Mary culls off a friend, and his culls were actually what I would prefer over what his selects were. It'd be cool to have reds that when they've got a clutch you can't actually see the eggs because the red's so thick. Oh yeah, Cooper was running around. It's funny, when he gets sick he still runs around full ball and then he'll just like yak up everywhere. I wonder if I did a video so if you don't know how I got into flower horn, basically I was babysitting a pair of flower horns for a friend that was selling them, and the person buying them, so my friend lived in Bunbury, he bought a pair to Perth and I was putting on an aeroplane to go over east, and the person over east never paid the full amount, they only paid a deposit, and so obviously I didn't send the fish, and the fish were at my house, and said person was just like, oh, you might as well keep them. So then next minute I've got this pair of flower horns at my house. At this time I hate flower horns, bloody hybrids. And then they bloody bred. I had them in this tiny little, it was a 3x2 divided into 4, and I had the pair in one of the fourths. and they bred. Alright, so the oldest video I can find is April 24th, 2019. First try at female flower horn selecting. Mute tab. Oh no. I went full screen, but my 3 screens are linked, so full screen was big. Why would you go over there? Alright, let's have a gander. It only goes for 1 minute. I feel like I started YouTube before this. Well, actually, I searched flower horn, didn't I? I must have 2019. I think these flower horns are from that first batch, the pair that I accidentally bred. I presume. Yeah, no, I haven't been doing magma for 5 years. The magma, well, the video above this one was 2019 and Charles was in the video, so what's that? That's only like 3 years. My bad. Time flies when you're having fun. Surely that line's got to be older than 3 years. I've got F4 fry. Maybe not. I didn't even watch the video. I was going to commentate the video next minute. So what pair's this from? Where was the date? What's this? Intro. I don't remember this. What's going on here? Oh, this was work. I took on a Kashi and it was huge. It sucked. So this is at the middle of the night. I had to go into the city, and me and my mate that were doing this Kashi, we had to do some repairs on the, they were all light fixtures. I don't know why is it about flower horn eggs day 4 and it's me working? I don't understand. Oh, back when the Texas cross were little. Dun, 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 dun. It sucks, like, so like I can search through videos like this, but I don't think you guys can you? I feel like some old videos would get some serious views if you guys could. Dun, dun, dun. When was this? 2014. First fish related video was 2013. Oh, Electric Blue Jack Dempsey. I miss them. I don't know when I started vlogging. I feel like we talked about this once on the channel before. Remember these egg tumblers? If you know, you know. I think that guy that made them lost tens of thousands of dollars. Sorry, I haven't been reading the comments. Yeah, feel free to send me a picture of a flower horn. The problem... This is old school rumble. The problem... What was I talking about? I forgot. The only problem with people sending me photos of flower horns, I have to figure out in my head where to be, how honest to be without offending the person. So I generally ask people what their plans with the fish is, and if it's just a pet, I won't point out as many negatives. So I started breeding flower horns before I started daily vlogging, because that fish is at least 3 months old. How to clean your fish room. This is the best video. I wonder, I should let me make it bigger. I don't want to go full screen, I just don't want midget. I need this video, I need to download it. Just high pressure hosing the whole room. What's Blake got here? Something went wrong. I wonder why that video is private. Who knows? I wonder if it got removed or something because of music or something. This is... Yeah, so... May 2019. Alright, so the magma breeding project is coming up on 4 years. I said 5 years, so I was 1 year off. Should I vlog? Ultimate fetch jet. Sleep deprived but still alive. Vlogging beat me today. Impulse buy. Doesn't sound like me. Man, I remember that. I bought these Oscars, right? And whatever they were fed on was radioactive material, because they lost all their colour. I look like 12. More videos of me at work. Look how bright they were. dun, 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 dun. L134, what are they? L134. Leopard frog pleco. Yeah, I was saying earlier in the stream, Blake, check this out. The fish walk is on the background of my computer. My missus put it up there. Where's the... driving down the street with cichlid eggs. I used to be fun. Fixing fish room drafts. First world winter problems. Man, there's some bizarre videos back here, eh? My shittest vlog yet. Great titles all around here. Should we do the shopping centre walk? I've still got the Red Devil. I feel like if I'm going to do the shopping centre walk, I need to get some red chili, Hikari, what's it called? Blood Parrot red food into him and like condition him a bit so that he looks good for the video. It looks like, so somewhere between May and September of 2019 is when flower horns took over my life. So September 2019 must have been when I bred him, because I wrote "he's a man" in the thumbnail. Fish on the jetty. September 2019. Alright, I need to get myself a hold of another 20 litre tank with a nice lid. It's got to be probably like one of those plastic rimmed tanks with like the lid that sits on it well. What's Todd done? I got offered a 4x2. New tanks. 4x2x2 is a cool size too. In order: 1. Fix Stingray tank, build the 2-foot rack, and then shopping centre walk. Alright, so let's work on the Stingray tank tomorrow. I've even got some fresh grinder discs and everything ready to go to cut out what I want to cut out. So I might get stuck into it. See ya, Alex. I'm just saying see you later because everyone's saying see you later. Oh yeah, I see a comment saying you're off. I'm off. What are we talking about? We've gone 21 minutes over stream, and that means that you guys got no tunes, no nothing. Because the tunes that I put on was only an hour and 5 minutes. When did you build your fish room? So, I think 2018. 2015, that's in the old fish room. That's in the old fish room. (2017) December. Yeah, because I think it was Christmas when I had fish in. So I built it in 2017. Do you know what's funny? I did a video called Fish Room Update, but there's actually no videos previous to that about the fish room. I did flow coating tanks, August 2017. Oh, fish room walkthrough, June 2019. Looks like that's the first video there. Gee snap, I'm gonna save the Soul Survivor, I promise. So this video here, when was this? 5 years ago. That's crazy. 5 years ago, the plumbing was in, the aircon was up, the tanks weren't in, but I had that stupid 7x4 in there, but which I wish I never put in there. If I was in an apartment, I would 100% do a shrimp rack with a load of 20 litres in it, like linked like 1.5 foot or something. 100% is what I would do, with like one of those wine barrels as a filter on the end of it or something, but like maybe put the wine barrel kind of away. That 7x4 is a pain in my ass. The sad thing is that was the first tank with water in the fish room, and it's the shittest tank in the fish room. Elsa was my campfire that was infertile. So Elsa and Richard were the two imports, and the reason is Elsa was called Elsa because it was meant to be a girl and ended up being a boy. Richard's cool too. Scared to go to 74.5 or a 90. It'd be interesting to know, like, I don't really know what sort of weight you could put in an apartment. I'm presuming if the weight was really well spread, it would be alright. So like you did a long rack with like smaller tanks along a whole wall instead of like a tall rack. I 100% did that, JRB. So I was breeding some fish, and I realised it was an expensive hobby, and I actually sold off a heap of fish tanks, and I sold a car, and I sold a few other things to prioritise buying this house, and then I went balls to the wall once I got the house. It was raining in the kitchen. Oh no. Four-year-old son, similar to a flower horn. I can believe that. Check that out. I put the tap in. I haven't even painted. Oh, that's not even the proper leg, I don't think. Maybe it is. Did I paint that leg in situation? I should unscrew that tap and see if there's paint behind the tap. This is so fascinating. Man, those pipes only cable tied up. How have they not fallen down? That's interesting. You know when you build something and then like 5 years later you've got a bit more knowledge and you're like, why the hell did I do that? I was lucky that I had another fish room while I built this one, so a lot of things were thought out by what I hated about the other room. If I lived in an apartment and I was doing a water change, I would 100% put a float switch on my tap. Even just like the cheap cow trough ones, and I would build it so like it hooks on the tank and the float switch works, because I'm useless with turning the tap off. Cable ties hold the world together. Cable ties hold front bumpers on, so... Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up, guys. What do you reckon? That was kind of interesting. I've got to go spend some time with my family, I reckon. Sounds like a good idea. If you like the old videos on my channel, go find them and then write comments on them, and I'll like your comments or reply. It'd be funny to see people commenting on 4-year-old videos. Seems so spacious without the middle row. Yeah, it was. And I feel like it would be a real good vlogger's fish room without the middle tanks. Mrs. is blowing up. Alright, I'll see you guys next week.